Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So Hare Krishna dear devotees, thank you very much for joining today. We are celebrating the appearance of Gangamata Goswamini, and also we're celebrating or observing the disappearance of Baladev Vidyabhushan. So first we'll have a look at Gangamata Goswamini. Fascinating personality. Princess Sachi Devi, the daughter of King Naresh Narayan of Bengal, was born on Shukla Dashmi of Jesht in AD 1601 and entered the eternal pastimes in AD 1721. From her childhood, she showed unalloyed devotion to Lord Sri Krishna. She even refused to marry on account of her genuine attachment to Krishna. After her father's demise, she ruled the kingdom, but she soon renounced it to find a bona fide spiritual master. Sachi Devi met Srila Haridas Pandit, a leading guru in Vrindavan, and began performing devout bhajan to Govindji. So this is not the same Haridas that Namacharya Haridas Thakur. This is different. The Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Ananta Acharya was a disciple of Gadadhar Pandit. His body was always overwhelmed by the ecstasy of Krishna Prema. He was magnanimous and advanced in all aspects. Anantacharya was a reservoir of all good qualities. No one can estimate how great he was. Pandit Haridas was his beloved disciple. Although she became frail from under-eating, she would always sleep on the Yamuna's sandy bank and rise before sunrise to clean Govindji's temple. Daily she would hear Bhagavad Katha. Receiving encouragement from Sri Haridas Pandit, Sachi Devi completely dropped her false ego, put on rags, and went house to house in Braj begging alms. Now, we have to understand she was born in royalty and she was actually the queen of a kingdom. But her devotional sentiment was so great that she renounced all of that and went even further, putting on rags and begging madhukari. So this is absolutely incredible. The Brajvasis were astonished by her severe renunciation. Taking her guru's suggestion, she went to Radhakund to associate with Sri Lakshmi Priya Devi Dasi, a dear disciple of Sri Haridas. Following Thakur Haridas, it's a perfect example. So this is Namacharya Haridas. Lakshmi Priya Devi daily chanted 3,300,000 names. That's 192 rounds. And we struggle with 16 of Mahamantra of Krishna. Every day, the two ladies would circumambulate Govardhan Hill and worship Krishna. On her guru's order, Sachi Devi went to the home of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in Jagannath Puri. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and all of Lord Chaitanya's eternal associates had already returned to Golok Vrindavan. Sachi Devi restored Sarvabhauma's house and established first-class worship of Shri Shyam Ray, a deity given to her by a Jaipur Brahmin. Every day she lectured on Srimad Bhagavatam. Her classes became popular, attracting eager listeners from miles around. Many people, including Brahmins and King Mukundev himself, took initiation from Sachi Devi. So this shows that Matajis are allowed to give initiation as well. It's a big debate going on whether ladies should be allowed to give initiation. But this is an example. Gangamata Goswamini gave initiation. She initiated the king. So, on the day of Ganga Sagar Mela, Sachi Devi, who was residing in Jagannath Puri, desired to bathe in the Ganga. That night, so that was a desire, right? In the Ganga, which is far away from Jagannath Puri. That night, though, Jagannath appeared to her in a dream and told her to take bath in the Shweta Ganga in the middle of the night. Shweta Ganga is in Jagannath Puri. There you go. And this is Shweta Ganga. Personally, I haven't been there. Well, we have through looking at the photos. Sachidevi followed his instructions, but as soon as she entered the water, she had a vision of Ganga Devi herself. She was carried away in a strong river current, which came from nowhere and suddenly found herself inside the Jagannath temple. But she continued to see herself bathing in the midst of her friends from Puri. It's extraordinary. She was in Shweta Ganga, yet she was also in this strong river current and found herself to be in the Jagannath temple. But she also saw herself continuing to bathe in the midst of her friends from Puri. She not only saw the Ganga and all those who were immersed in its water, but she could hear the joyful noise of the bathing crowds. The next morning, after unlocking the doors, the pujari, so this is unlocking the doors of the temple, Jagannath temple, the pujari was surprised to find her, Sachi Devi, inside the temple. Thinking she was a thief, they immediately put Sachi Devi in jail. Seeing this mistake, Lord Jagannath appeared simultaneously in a dream to both the Puri king and the head pujari. The Lord ordered them to release Sachi Devi and take initiation from her. From then on, she became famous as Gangamata Goswamini. Gangamata Goswamini ki jai. Truly extraordinary personality. There's probably a lot more. There is a lot more, but that's all I've got, fortunately. Okay, any questions, any comments? Okay, let's go move on to